Hello, welcome back to Saad's Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody is tuned in nice and early. Big ups to everybody is watching on a replay. If you are watching on a replay, make sure to smash the like button and subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell notification so you're notified every time we go live. And if you're watching live, welcome to Saad's Football Corner. Welcome back to another episode of Saad and Ash in the building, talking about a few topics today. We're going to be talking about Merino and Fabian Ruiz linked to Arsenal. We are also going to be speaking about the sad departure for Emile Smith Rowe. We will also be talking about Mazraoui to Manchester United and Chelsea. We are going to be covering their window, what they've done, what they haven't done, obviously speaking about it and talking about their windows as a whole. But like I said, make sure you smash the like button, people. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Ash, how you doing, my brother?
I'm Gucci, brother. I'm good. How you doing? Morocco beat Argentina. They called them back on the pitch. They're like, hey, let's smash them one more time. So big up Morocco in the Olympics.
We fight against racism, man. We fight against equality. We're with equality, man. We're with equality, bro.
Come on.
You know what I mean? This is the fight for equality, bro. Big up to all the Moroccans out here, man. You know what I mean? We're doing that, man. We're doing that. But yeah, listen, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't lie. I'm excited to talk. I'm excited to do this show because there's a lot to speak about. A lot of news has broken so far. Obviously, firstly, because we're gonna start off with Arsenal. We are going to start off with Arsenal because we're both Arsenal fans. Obviously, we do speak about other clubs, guys. That's what I made this show for. I made this show not only for me and Ash to sit here and just waffle on about freaking Arsenal. I want us to speak about other clubs as well, other stuff in the window, other players. Listen, we may on one of the episodes do like a quiz. We may do a football quiz.
I like
it to test the knowledge, to test how much you remember. But anyway. We are here to talk today about Arsenal, and we're going to start off with Arsenal as well. And I just want to get your thoughts on Calafiori. Obviously, that's a done deal now. That's confirmed. Here we go. He was meant to be in London tonight doing his medical. However, paperwork was drafted late. Everything is delayed with Arsenal, so of course the paperwork is going to be drafted late, and now he is traveling to London tomorrow to complete his medical, then flying out tomorrow as well to go and join the boys in the USA to join them for pre-season training. What are your thoughts on the signing, man?
Amazing signing. I mean, obviously it's not officially announced by Arsenal yet, but I think of Fabrizio Romano, here we go, is as official as they come. And we kind of knew it was done. When Arsenal and Bologna were haggling over the 10 million, I knew it's gonna get over the line. I told you this last time as well. So I'm glad to see that it's happening. I'm glad to see that he's gonna be coming in at this point as well of the season or of the summer, where he should be ready for the first match of the season. I think it's going to provide us a lot of good depth that we need. Obviously, we have Calafiori, who can play as a left back, as a left centre back. So I think it gives us a lot of options. And we spoke about City's incredible defensive depth, where they have Nathan Ake and Gvardiol and Diaz and John Stones, obviously, and Kyle Walker and all these guys. And it helps us to be in the same kind of situation, because I think one thing we need to make sure we don't do this coming season, if we are to win the league title, is to have that fixed back four, or not even fixed back four, fixed 11 for that matter, like from the start of the season till the end. I think maybe heading into the last 6-7 games of the season, we can have that fixed starting 11 and just play every single game, especially if we're in the last stretch. But at least for the first 25 to 30 games, we need to be rotating our team as much as possible. And I think Calafiori allows us to do that without dropping the quality at all. I can see him filling in for Gabriel. I can see him maybe like playing instead of Saliba and us moving things around, and we'll have a lot of competition there. So yeah, man, it's a fantastic signing. It should definitely bolster our team. And I've seen your show that you did with Judge Mo and others. I think it was called Rivals Rumble. Yeah, and they were saying, it doesn't move the needle. I was like, that's such a ridiculous statement.
It is ridiculous. It's stupid.
But it's so stupid. First of all, people don't realize this, that we're actually having 2 additions to the team this summer so far, and not one, which is Calafiori And whether people like to admit it or not, Timber. Because I know last summer, but he hasn't played. So the fact that he's available for this season, unless he gets another long 1 year injury, God forbid, we're having 2 extra players available in defense, which is a massive, massive boost. And the last thing I'd want is to have an incredible back four and an absolute shit bench for them.
Yeah.
It's a big problem. Then our defense, our squad options shouldn't be just in case of emergencies or in case of injuries. It should be for rotation and for competition. That not only do you keep your players healthy for a longer period, then because they're playing less games, but also you're getting the best out of everyone because they're all competing for spots. So I think it definitely moves the needle for us.
Exactly. And the thing is, you touch on a good topic. You shouldn't, if you have knives in a kitchen and you have specific knives for a specific purpose. You have the big knife that you chop meat and on the bone, meat that's on the bone, you chop it with that big knife, yeah. And you have the small knife that you use and the normal knife that you use for normal use. You don't just sit there and use that normal knife for everything. You don't sit there and use it for everything until it isn't sharp anymore. And then you go and pick the big knife, and then you go and pick the knives that are in the store. You have to use everything at your disposal. These are tools at the manager's disposal, so we have to use them. We have to rotate them 100%, and the rotation is a big thing, man. Rotation is something that 100%. You need to master, bro, and that's the reason why Pep Guardiola has, and that's why Pep Guardiola and that's why Sir Alex Ferguson are two managers that mastered that. They mastered that. And that's why they won so many league titles on the bounce, so many league titles in a row, because they managed to master using the players at the right time. They take certain players out and they put certain players in, and they know how to manage that situation. And if you can manage that, you will be an amazing manager. If Mikel Arteta manages to sort that out, bro, he's absolutely brilliant, because he's already got the coaching aspect there. He's got the management aspect there. He just needs to work a bit more on his man management and work on fitting the players in the right times and, you know, substitutions and stuff like that, because that is a big problem still. That is still a big problem that he doesn't make substitutions at the right time. Some substitutions are too late. Of course, that's still a big problem. But I just want to get your thoughts on something in regards to the Calafiori signing, yeah, because I was like, I think it's actually a very good signing for one person, and that is Martinelli. I think Martinelli having somebody on that left side, somebody that's good on the ball, somebody that's able to go into the midfield, because let's face it, Zinchenko was really falling apart towards the end, man. He may have had a couple of good games where he was looking very good and fluid, but a lot of the games he's falling apart, bro. So I think Calafiori coming in does wonders for Martinelli, man, because Martinelli is really going to get the assistance that he needs. He's going to get the help that he needs, bro. Like you said, the overlapping runs, bro, it's so important. And no one was giving him that assistance, while Saka's getting all of the assistance. Do you know what I mean? I really feel like he was left out. He was hung out to dry, bro, in the last season, man. But what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, I agree with you 100%. I think it's good to have a left-footed player playing as a left back because of the overlapping runs they can make and putting crosses in and pulling that additional defender that will probably be on Martinelli, pulling in them away so Martinelli can go one-on-one with his man. I think that part was very disjointed for us last season. I mean, we had so many different people playing there. We had Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, Kivior, and neither, like Tomiyasu, obviously, I think he was good and he was the starting left back at the end of the season, because I think amongst the three guys that were available, he was the best, obviously. Timber as well started. I think Timber started left back in the beginning of the season. So we had four different players playing in that position. And outside Tomiyasu towards the end of the season, who obviously came a bit too late because he had already missed like 70% of the season by then. Outside Tomiyasu, I think the other two were super shaky. Zinchenko had very shaky moments, and he's always been shaky defensively.
And by the way, can we just say a big ups to Gabriel, because I don't think people understand how you go at having your best season while there's that many changes, because
on your left side,
people may think it's not a big thing, bro. But for you to constantly have a different person, you have to learn how to play differently. You have to play differently to appreciate and to get used to and familiarize with yourself with their tactics, how they play, how they make movements. Because Kivior
and think about it.
Defensive. and
Think
and
about it.
and
It's not just the left back. It's also the fact that the left centre mid was Kai Havertz for half a
yes,
season, right?
yeah,
So Kai Havertz compared to Chaka is a massive, massive drop
yeah, yeah,
off in terms of the defensive duties that Chaka can give you. So he had to actually do a lot, which is why for me he was our best defender last season. As
yeah,
incredible as Saliba was as well, but obviously
yeah,
that's taking nothing away from Saliba. So the fact that by the way, for all the people, because again I see this on Twitter and I see this on different YouTube channels where they say, well, Arsenal already had the best defense, so how could he move the needle that much? Okay, but Arsenal also had one of the best attacks, the second best attack, just a little bit behind Man City. I think 1 or 2 goals behind Man City. So why do we need a
mm,
striker when we had such an incredible attack and we scored like 112 goals or something like that over the course of the whole season? We broke the record for the most goals that we have ever scored in the Premier League season? Why
yeah,
do we
for
need a
Arsenal.
striker? Right? So it's the same. So it's the same logic. It's the same logic. Yes, we had the best defense in the league, but
Yeah,
we're talking about these moments like the Aston Villa game where Zinchenko was a mess, or maybe like some of the other games we played, whether it's Fulham or West Ham. That better defender could make a massive difference there, right? It's not
yeah,
just that's the same way why we're saying if we get a striker, maybe the striker could have made a difference in some of those games. So I don't get this logic of people of, oh, you had the best defense, so why would you bolster the defense even more, especially when our left back position has been a mess all season. Now, yes, with Timber available, I can hear it like, okay, we've got Timber on the left, we've got Ben White on the right, but then we still don't have any cover, right? Because Zinchenko and Kivior have shown that they're not good enough covers for fullback positions. And Tom Iyasu is obviously not reliable in terms of injuries, and it's proven right now because he got another knee injury, right? And he's out. So it's definitely a fantastic, fantastic move.
yeah. No, 100%, 100%. I agree. What's your thoughts on Emile Smith Rowe? Let's just
Yeah.
have the tributes, bro. I don't know if you watch Ahwa. Did you watch Ahwa?
No, I didn't watch the last one. No.
Yeah, on the last Ahwa, bro, it broke during Ahwa, bro.
Mm.
So I'm sitting there, bro, and I literally just fell to my knees, bro. I was it was quite surprising, bro, so that he
Bro,
was
imagine
gone.
what
Because
happened to T then. T
I
must have been
wanted,
crying.
yeah, because I wanted him to go. I wanted him to leave,
Mm.
but I didn't think
Same.
it was gonna happen. I thought he was still gonna stay, and I thought
Yeah.
there was gonna be this miracle story where he makes it back into the starting 11 and really gains back the trust of the manager and all of that. But it never
Yeah.
came, and unfortunately, he is gonna leave. So, what's your thoughts on Emile Smith Rowe leaving the club?
Yeah, look, it's sad obviously because he's an Arsenal Academy kid. I know he played for Chelsea Academy when he was younger, but he is an Arsenal Academy kid because he's joined us at a very young age, obviously, and he's been playing with us since then. The number 10, obviously, and when we saw that combination with Saka a couple of years ago, um, we definitely thought that they both of them are gonna go far. Saka has so far, and he's doing well, but Smith Rowe, I guess, couldn't live up to that. Obviously, people say because of his injury, and I understand that definitely makes a big difference, and it hampers your growth, it hampers your development, especially when you had a very good season, and then next season you were like riddled with injuries, like especially that
Team
that
moved on.
that knee.
The team moved on. As soon as
100%, the team
I
moved
said
on,
this
and
multiple times, as soon as he got injured, and then he was out for that period of time, that long period of time,
yeah,
it makes it very hard to come back because the team moves on. And at that point, he got injured while we were in the situation where we were in going through the stages and going through the
correct,
improvements and bringing new
correct,
players in and testing them. So, bro, he just got
correct.
injured at a wrong time, bro. It was really bad.
And look, the unfortunate thing for him is lots of players get these kind of injuries and they still come back and they continue starting for their team because there isn't that much competition. But the thing is, his competition were Odegaard and Martinelli because a couple of seasons ago he played for us on the left and he played for
Yeah.
us behind the striker. And both those positions 2 seasons ago were completely locked down because Martinelli had a phenomenal season, 15 goals and like 6 assists or 7 assists.
Mhm.
And Odegaard, again, is just probably, I think he's our best player. So,
Who's that?
Odegaard. So that
Oh, yeah.
Odegaard and Smith Rowe conversation was completely wiped out, right? And even with the Martinelli case, yes, I know Martinelli didn't have the best of seasons last year, but then Trossard stepped up to the plate, right? So I definitely think that he's unfortunate in that regards, because he's come back to a situation where his position was now taken over by, let's be honest, a better player in Odegaard. and he's not been able to like cope up or keep up to the pace, unfortunately. Um, Maybe you could argue that he wasn't given a lot of opportunities, but I think in this kind of scenario, when we're trying to go for a title, the gap for you or the opportunity for you is going to be super slim. And when that opportunity comes, you have to really take it. He started against Luton, I think, at home, and he played okay, but I don't think he absolutely like pulled trees or he was like the best player on the pitch. Like he had a decent game, but I've seen Smith Rowe have way better games, right? If he had the kind of game that he was having for us 2-3 seasons ago, when he was one of the best players on the pitch, I think that could have given Arteta a lot to think about. The same when he was playing the League Cup games, right, against Brentford or against um, West Ham or whoever he played against in the League Cup. I think if he was like one of the best players on the pitch and he was bossing it and scoring and stuff, like I think that would have given Arteta a lot to think about. But when he hasn't been doing that, honestly, it just makes the decision a lot easier. I will say this though, I would have 100% preferred to keep him over Vieira. Because for me, Vieira is a lost cause. I know you have stocks in him. Many others like, oh, give him time. But he's been with us for 2 seasons. I think his main flaws for me are not things that are going to improve anytime soon. And I think Smith Rowe already is better than him in some of these aspects, whether it's the physicality side of things, whether it's taking on players, the dribbling aspect of things, like being a threat in terms of goal scoring. Yeah, we haven't seen it obviously last 2 seasons because of injury and less playing time, maybe. But I think and of course, part of it is on him as well for not taking his opportunity when he got it. But I definitely think he's a better player than Vieira, for me at least. I hope Vieira goes to prove me wrong because that'll be good for Arsenal. But up until now, from what I've seen in the last couple of years, I think Smith Rowe is better than Vieira, and I would have 100% preferred to keep him and sell Vieira. And I think Vieira could have got us like something as well. He probably could have fetched like 20 million, maybe not as much as Smith Rowe, but I think it would have been better off having Smith Rowe as a backup to Odegaard.
Yeah. No, listen, I think the situation is obviously for me, Emile Smith Rowe.
My bad.
There you go.
That's me.
There you
That's
are.
me. That's 100%
And
me.
now he's completely messed it up. There you are, you fraud.
That's me.
But I feel like if you look at the situation with Emile Smith Rowe, obviously, listen, it's really sad for him to leave. And I see LFC for the double just chatting absolute waffle in the comments. But the situation is Emile Smith Rowe leaving. I think this kid is literally going to be destined for great things, man. I think he's destined for a very, very good career, man. And maybe it just didn't happen at Arsenal. Manager didn't have that much trust in him to try and reintegrate him into the first team and get a position where he can sit there in that position and make it his own. It's unfortunate, but listen, I think this is the best thing for his career. And at the end of the day, I just said, let's do what's best for his career. I want to do what's best for his career. Yeah. I really don't care about what happens as long as he's doing what's best for his career. Because I really like how he holds himself on the football pitch and off the football pitch. I think he's a very good kid. Him and Saka, both very humble, very good footballers, and even then, the people always tell Saka and Smith Rowe, they always tell him in interviews, "Oh, you're so good, you're this, you're that." They'll be like, "Nah, let's calm down. I'm still trying to grow into the game. I'm still trying to learn and take all I can." And a lot of people, they get told that and they get too gassed. Do you know what I mean? So listen, big up to Emile Smith Rowe. I think he's got very good qualities. I think the way he turns his when his back is to goal, the way he turns with the ball is something we ain't seen in a minute, bro. We ain't seen in a minute a player do that, man, to that well. On the Fabio Vieira thing, I think, listen, Fabio Vieira, my stocks are there still, but they're starting to waver. They're getting very thin, bro. Do you know what I mean? These stocks, bro. The value is not really that mad, bro. But listen, I think if Fabio Vieira needs to go, he needs to go. But we need to bring in somebody who can who can come in, do the job, make sure they're playing at that level and can play at that high level. Yeah, that's what we need to do. That is what we need to do. We need to find somebody who can take us up levels.
Yeah.
Take us up, and not just a small amount. You need to go up levels, bro. Levels.
Correct.
You need to reach that level of title winning team. Yeah, you need to be able to, like, it's the same thing for Manchester City, bro. Calvin Phillips was very good. I think people actually forgot how good Calvin Phillips was when he went to Manchester City, and what
Mm.
people were saying. They were saying he was better than Rice, Declan Rice. They were saying
At that
he's
time,
better than
yeah.
Declan Rice at that time. Like, it wasn't even a question who was better than at that time. Yeah. So there's
According to
just,
Gareth Southgate, this is why they didn't win the Euros, because he couldn't
yeah,
replace Calvin
exactly. He
Phillips.
couldn't.
Apparently,
We exactly. He was doing his best Pep Guardiola impersonation, bro. We could not replace him. We cannot replace him.
absolute
Fucking
nonsense.
hell, bro. It's crazy. But yeah. Listen, unfortunate, bro. Unfortunate news. Unfortunate news. But we move, man. They have left. He has left. Ketia leaving soon as well. That is good news as well. But
Alhamdulillah.
yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Listen, big up to Aaron who put in a 9.99 super chat. Appreciate you, Aaron. Big up to you, man. Big up to
Big
you.
up, Aaron.
Just to
Big up.
say, hit the like
Real
button, bro.
one.
So big up to you, Aaron, man. You're absolute freaking legend, bro. Absolute legend for that, man. I appreciate you for sending in the super chat, man. Absolute gangster. Moving on to the incoming, yeah. Moving on to the incomings. We need to speak about Mikel Merino coming in, and we need to speak about Fabian Ruiz.
Mm.
We decided, you know what? That Spanish team, that's where we're doing our scouting, bro. In the Euros, we said, let's just look at Spain. Let's see who we can pick off. Rodri, nah, you can't get him, bro. He's not sellable, bro. They won't sell him to us. Yeah. Now, they said, let's go for Mikel Merino, who scored the goal and actually had a decent tournament. And let's go for Fabian Ruiz, the guy who really should have gotten player of the tournament, by the way.
Should have.
He's
Yeah,
the
he's
one who should
amazing.
have got He's the one who should have got player of the tournament. Fabian Ruiz had is such an underrated tournament, bro, by the people who make those decisions. But Fabian Ruiz, what's your thoughts, man? Are you as excited as I am?
I mean, I'm not as excited because I don't think the links are real, to be honest, bro. Like, I think we'll get. Look, I think we'll get one midfielder. I don't think we'll get both because I see people
I think
saying
we get
we'll
two.
get Merino and I don't think. I think we'll only get two if one of them leaves. If like Partey leaves or Jorginho leaves. But I think as things stand right now, right, he's gonna look to probably get one more midfielder. He'll push Partey down the pecking order, so probably put him on the bench. But I am excited by the links if they do. I would definitely will be super excited if they do materialize because the fact that we are linked with two top quality players. I remember at the start of the summer we were saying Bruno Guimaraes, Frankie De Jong, but the thing is both are expensive. Honestly, I would take these two right now over. I would still take Frankie De Jong over the other guys just because I rate him that high. But then again, he's on like 475,000 a week or whatever it is,
Who's
and
that?
plus he's in Frankie De Jong.
Nah, he's on 723. I've done my research.
Oh, okay, damn. So yeah, that's mad.
723K a
That's
week is
mad.
what he's on.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do
That's
to get that.
that's
So
NBA contracts, bro. By the way,
yeah,
that's NBA contracts.
even if he's willing to do a pay cut, he's not going to do more than like 50% pay cut. So that's still
Yeah.
like 350 or 370. Like it's mad. We definitely should not be paying that kind of money for him. But yeah, both are fantastic players. Merino is incredible. He's physically dominant, can tackle, can win the ball. Incredible passer. Is amazing at giving some of these through balls. And the best part is, as if we already weren't strong in this department, he's also an aerial threat. He can also score with his head. Like we've seen it obviously in the Euros when he scored the winning goal against Germany, and I've seen it in a couple of clips with Real Sociedad where he scored with his head. So we it definitely will be a massive boost to our team. People talk about his age. I know he's 28. Like he's not that young. He's probably like already hit his peak. I like the fact that we're going after someone who's 28 because for me, I want us to like we need to win now. I want us to win the Premier League right now. Right. And I think we are ready to win it now. And I do think we will win it this coming season. So adding someone like Merino who has that experience, even if it's just with Real Sociedad and the Spanish national team, I think that's good enough to help elevate our midfield tremendously. And if we end up having him, Declan Rice, and Odegaard playing in that midfield, that is a superb midfield. Yeah, Declan Rice might not be as techy as Odegaard and Partey and Merino, obviously, but he's still good enough to play that sixth role, win the ball, and give it to Merino and
Mm.
Odegaard, who'll do most of the damage. And if there's a game where we end up benching Rice or resting him for whatever reason and starting Partey, Odegaard, and Merino, then good luck getting the ball out of these three guys. Which is it's just it definitely gives you a lot to look forward to. Fabian Ruiz is again, I'm a big fan of his, and not just
Yeah.
from the Spanish national team. I watch like at least 20 to 30 games of PSG every season. I've been doing that since Neymar's joined them, like in 2018. And he is a very good midfielder. Like all these things he was doing in the Euros, where he gets the ball under pressure, dribbles in very difficult tight spaces, and gets the ball forward. He's been doing that with PSG as well. So it's not something new. I think he's a fantastic player. Obviously Napoli must regret selling him. But that's what confuses me right now. This is why I don't believe those links. And for me, I'm the kind of person who doesn't believe any links unless I see them tweeted either by David Ornstein or Fabrizio, because I think some other reporters sometimes try to do clickbait stuff just to get more traction. Whereas Fabrizio and David Ornstein usually are like, they will not report something unless there's actual traction there. And what's making me think about the Ruiz situation is, why would PSG want to sell him? Like, these guys have already lost Mbappe. They're trying to make sure that their team still competes for the League next season and comes back, hopefully compete for the Champions League, or at least do something in the Champions League, like what they did last season when they reached the semi-finals. Why would they want to get rid of him? Especially now that they're getting Joao Neves. You would assume that their midfield combination of Joao Neves, Vitinha, and Fabian Ruiz is probably what they're going to use for most of the season, especially with the rumors of Ugarte leaving. And Danilo doesn't play as a DM for them most of the time. He plays as a centre back. So I don't understand why they would want to sell Fabian Ruiz unless they're trying to raise money to maybe like get an Osimhen or I don't know, whoever the hell they're trying to get. But that's why I'm a bit skeptical about the news. Like as Shaq said, it's sometimes they just do it for engagement, these reports. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure I believe that thing right now until one of these two guys reports it.
Well, listen, before I get into speaking about them as well, I just need to say I was wrong, guys. I was wrong because the contract that Frankie De Jong is on, 721,000 is just the base. There's bonuses on top.
Oh my
He's
God.
on 1.1 million a week, bro. If he hits all of his bonuses.
Is this what, euros? I'm assuming
euros. So in
Yeah.
pounds, he's on almost
Be like 800
932. 932,000 a week with the bonuses. It's 605k a week.
Bruh,
Pounds.
no wonder this club is so damn broke.
Yeah, Barcelona. But I think somebody said in the chat, or somebody said in the comments, apparently they deferred him of payments, which may make sense as to why it's so high, because they may have not paid him. They
But
made
that's
him
what I'm
not
saying.
pay
I
him.
think his original salary was like 475. I remember reading that. And they didn't pay him something for like 17 months, or I think 17 million is what they owed him or something. So maybe they're adding it now to try and cover that up. But it could be a reason why they were trying to, like, I don't think they were trying to sell him, but they were basically trying to see if they can negotiate and get his salary down, or maybe offload him. But
Yeah,
the way things are, maybe they do have to make that sacrifice, especially if they're getting Nico Williams. Maybe they do have to make that
100%.
sacrifice eventually and say, hey, you know what? He's our biggest earner. It might make sense to offload him. Lewandowski as well. Lewandowski's 35, 36, and he's also on high wages. So it might make sense to get rid of Lewandowski at some point too.
Yeah, I think they will get rid of him. They will get rid of him. I think.
Yeah,
They'll definitely get rid of Lewandowski. I think Lewandowski's done, man. I think he's gonna go to
yeah.
Saudi
I think if he doesn't go this summer, 100% he's leaving next summer. There's no question.
But he's gonna go to Saudi. He's a big commodity, big name. You know what I mean? It makes sense. It makes sense. It's right on in their avenue, bro.
I mean, he doesn't even need the money. I don't even know why. Like, why would he chase the money? He doesn't.
No. I think Saudi would want him because of the name. You know what I mean? They're trying to get all the big stars, and he's like, known striker, bro.
Yeah.
Big up to Mookie in the building. Big up, man. Thank you very much for joining me on that stream for the Bournemouth game, bro. That was tough, man. It was tough, but we worked through it, man. We worked through it. Guys, make sure to go over there and subscribe to Mookie's new channel, Bosnian Scouser. Make sure to go over there and subscribe to his channel. Get that done, people, for me. Make sure to get that done for me. Yeah. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much for the super chat, my brother. Respect. When it comes to Merino, I like Merino. I think he's a good midfielder. His passing is very good. That's one thing that I like. Also his physicality, which is something that has been pointed out on numerous occasions. His physicality is very good, and he's just a dominant player on the pitch, which I think you need in certain situations. You need players that are dominant, that are willing to take the ball back, are willing to progress the ball forward, and do all of that good stuff. But Ruiz, I like Ruiz. I don't know what it is about him. He knows how to take control in a game. He knows how to just do small things, bro. Small things that just show pure control, pure IQ of the game, the reading of the game, bro. Is brilliant, bro. And it's just it reminds me of so many other Spanish midfielders that we've seen, that they know how to do the small things. They've got so much in their locker, but they only show you small things, bro. And it just makes them makes them look brilliant, even though they're only doing simple basic things. They're only doing basic things, but they do it with such accuracy and do it perfectly. And that's what I think about Fabian Ruiz, man. He's good at passing. He can dribble. He sent those three. I think it was Havertz, Cruz, and Musiala got sent to the shops by Fabian Ruiz in that game.
God,
I've never seen 3 men get sent to the shops that way, bro.
Damn,
like, bro,
that was sick.
That was nuts, bro. That was nuts. I'm surprised he didn't get.
And it wasn't like a crazy dribbling skill. It was just the mentality and the right timing.
The timing was perfect. The mentality was perfect.
It was Busquets, like, you know.
But that's what I was gonna say. He reminds me of Busquets, man.
He does.
Reminds me of Busquets in regards to what he does, yeah. Because Busquets, bro, he do these small little passes, bro. But it looked like he's just cleared 3 people, bro. But he just made a little small pass, a little incision through the players, bro. All of a sudden, Messi has the ball, bro. So he looks so good, man, so good. And I think Fabian Ruiz coming into this move. If we get both of them, Fabian Ruiz, and we can get Mikel Merino, bro. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, honestly, it's over for the league.
We're cooking, bro. We're cooking.
Honestly, we wouldn't even need a striker then. We can make do with what we have right now. If we get Fabian Ruiz and Merino, bro, what? Oh my God, the depth and the rotation and everything we'll be able to do with that midfield is just insane. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, I don't see it happening, man. It'll cost us a lot, honestly.
You're such a hater, bro. You're such a hater.
I want it to happen, but we have to be realistic as well, Saad. Like, when have we ever needed to get like one player for one position and be like, let's get 2, let's get 3? Like, it's not gonna happen.
But do you know? But this is why I disagree with you, though. Shall I tell you why I disagree with you? If we're getting rid of Emile Smith Rowe, we're gonna need somebody to come in his place. We are gonna need somebody to come in his place.
Yeah, but we don't need someone of that level. Smith Rowe was not even a bench player. He was an emergency player, right? So what I think they will do is they will get someone young, someone like how they did with Vieira, right?
We look at the midfielders that look at the midfielders that we've lost, bro. We've lost midfielders. Okay, we have in the midfield right now. Who do we have? We have
Jorginho,
Ødegaard. We have that's fine. Ødegaard. We have Rice. We have Jorginho. We have Partey. We have Fabio Vieira. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the 5 midfielders that we have. Yeah.
So let's say you get one of these 2 for now, for example.
So let's say you get Mikel Merino. That's 6 midfielders. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all you need.
They're gonna get another midfielder because Jorginho is gonna leave next season. He's only got 1 more year left on his contract for the extension, and Partey is leaving next year. So getting the midfielder now, when you have these midfielders still there as the backups, is clever from Arsenal, and that's why I think they're going to do it. I feel like they're going to
Saad,
do it because having them there now and getting them used to the system will have them ready for when Partey and Jorginho leave, and they're ready to go.
Saad, please name me the last transfer window where we needed to get certain positions and we got every position we needed. When? They won't, because they
But the
won't do
thing
that
is,
for a
it's
couple of
different
reasons.
though.
One is, how is it different?
No, it's different now, bro. Because we're
How?
actually going out and getting players that we need.
Yeah, but we have done that before. We just haven't done it to a crazy level, like where we got all the positions. You know, this Facebook memories for those who still use Facebook. I'm an oldie, so I still like using Facebook from time to time.
He's old as hell.
I'm old as hell, bro. You know, Facebook sometimes gives you these memory posts that you've posted at
Yeah.
some point, right? You know what one of my memory posts that came up? You know what it was yesterday? It was like me updating my status saying, "Oh, we got Welbeck and Alexis Sanchez and Ospina and Debussy. Damn, if we just get a DM, our team is complete and we're gonna win the title this season." And we didn't get a DM that season. As good as Kokala was, we still needed like that
Yeah,
cover. We still needed that competition. We
yeah.
didn't get a DM. We had an amazing season. Don't get me wrong. We finished third in the league. We won the FA Cup. We smashed Aston Villa. We beat the champion City at the Etihad that season. We smashed Liverpool 4-1. We beat United. We beat United at Old Trafford 2-1 and knocked them out, right? We were amazing that season, right? Yes, we lost to
Alexis
Monaco
Sanchez
on
goal.
Alexis Sanchez was killing it, right?
Bro,
But
against Manchester City, that goal against Manchester City.
yeah, exactly. But what happened is we didn't get a DM, which is a problem we've had in ages, right? And we struggled that season in pockets here and there. So these things, that's what I'm saying. And that post came up and I was like, oh my God, this actually has been happening for quite a while. By the way, and this is not just me criticizing Arsenal. I'm not criticizing Arsenal. I'm saying this is a trend you're going to see across the board. Lots of City fans are saying, oh, we need a backup for Rodri. We need a backup for Rodri. I guarantee you they probably will not get anyone of significance. They might get someone who's like average or above average, not someone decent enough. Maybe they tried doing that with Matthias Nunes last season and it didn't work out. Right. So I'm saying, like, for all these people who are saying, oh, yeah, we'll get it. Like, we have to also be realistic. Like, the club is not going to go and say, man, let's get 2 midfielders, even though we only need 1 more. Right. If Smith Rowe and Nelson and Nketiah are leaving, these guys are anyways players who were insignificant last season. Like, they're not players that we were playing a lot and were relying on them heavily. So if he ends up replacing these guys, he's going to replace them with a similar transfer to what he did with Lokonga or Nuno Tavares, for example, a couple of years ago, or what he did with I don't know, even Fabio Vieira, if you want to count him. Like, he's gonna do it with these kind of, or Marquinhos, if anyone has still remembers that this guy's alive, right? They're gonna try doing these kind of transfers where they'll go get a Merino or a Ruiz or someone of quality to add to our midfield. But to replace your Smith Rowes and your Nelsons and your Nketiahs, who are anyways irrelevant players because they're not starters and they're not impactful players coming off the bench, they're going to replace them with younger players, either players from our academy, or they will go buy someone for like 5, 10, 15 million, a youngster who could be potentially ready, hopefully, in a year when Partey leaves or when Jorginho leaves. Or they could not buy anyone for Partey or Jorginho right now, and they'll just say, when Partey and Jorginho leave next season, then we will buy a replacement. Because you have to understand, like, these things do not work the way we like them on FIFA. We're like, hey, let's go buy. I want that. I want us to just go mental and do what Chelsea did and go spend like $1 billion in one summer transfer window and get all the players. Because I don't give a shit. I'm a fan. I want us to win. But realistically, when Josh Kroenke and your Edus and Richard Garlick and all these guys are sitting and discussing, okay, what are we going to do for this summer? And they're budgeting, they're making sure that they're not going over a certain budget, which is why, as much as Arsenal fans want to believe that, yeah, it's going to be Groses and Melo and everything we want is going to happen, we're going to get X, Y, Z and all that stuff, it's not going to work that way. That's why I'm saying I'm leaning more and more towards believing that we're not going to get a striker. And while that's annoying me, right, I am willing to make peace with it if we do end up getting both Fabian Ruiz and Merino, as unlikely as it is. If we only get one of them, I think it's crazy that we didn't get a striker, because people will say, yeah, but we were linked with Sesko. Fabrizio tweeted it. We were linked with Sesko. Yeah, I agree we were linked with Sesko. But Sesko is a 20-year-old who's not that proven yet. I think it's easier to get someone
Why is
like
Fabrizio
Sesko.
saying, hold on though, why is Fabrizio saying that we're linked with Victor Gyökeres then?
Yeah, but bro, we might be linked with Victor because Victor Gyökeres I think is only 40 million.
When they no
It's
no,
such a cheap
but it's not
price.
making
It's such a
sense
cheap
though.
price. It make
But
Saad.
what you're saying is not making sense. How can you say we're not going
Gyökeres
to get a
isn't that proven.
striker?
I know you
How
want to
can you
believe
say
he's like the next coming thing of, but he's not that
no no
proven.
no no
Okay,
no no,
if we really
brother,
want to win the
please,
league right
please,
now,
bro,
right, and you're like,
please.
oh, let's go and get it done, why aren't we going for Isak? Why aren't we saying, hey, how much do you want, Newcastle? 120 million? Here's 120
They
million
don't
because we're
want to
winning this damn league.
sell. They said 200 million.
No, come on, they won't sell for 200 million, and you know it, bro. That's bullshit. If you give them
Brother,
120 million, they're
they came out
considering
and
it,
said,
bro. Come on.
brother, they said to them 200 million. This is journalists that have said this, yeah. Now, this is the thing, yeah. This is the thing that you don't understand. Why are we going in for when we finished the season? Yeah, there was it was clearly said by all journalists. It was clearly said by people around the club. What we're looking for, we're looking to get a striker. We're looking to get somebody in who's a goalsman, somebody who can get
Yeah.
the goals, somebody who can come in and be a game-changing player. That's what they're gonna get, bro. They're gonna get somebody in the attack. They can't just go and get midfielders and defender and then not get an attacker, bro. It can't happen, bro. It's not possible. It's not.
Saad, you say it, and I promise you we are going to come to the end of the transfer window, and I'm going to tell you here, there you go. Because I think even this, by the way, I'm trying to find this quote from Fabrizio that you mentioned, when he said we're bidding for Gyökeres. I can't find it. I see the tweet from him 3 days ago, where he said Gyökeres back on the pitch as expected, expected to be out for less than a month. Gyökeres Fabrizio. I can't find it anywhere, bro.
I can get it for you. Let me get it for you.
Yeah. Because if he said, we're linked and we're looking at him and stuff, okay, fair enough. That's different. But I think
He said it.
Sesko was a lot
he said
easier.
It on court offside. He said it on court offside.
Yeah. But the coach should
Court
still be
offside.
there regardless somewhere. Fabrizio.
Yeah.
Gyökeres. Arsenal. Because I think Sesko was an easier move because Sesko is as a 20-year-old will be willing to sit on the bench and play second fiddle and come off the bench sometimes. Gyökeres is not going to do that. He's going to say, no, I need to start. Why the hell? I'm 25, 26. I'm at the top of my game. Why the hell would I come in and sit on the bench for you guys? The same with probably Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney also will say, I need to start majority of the games, right? And obviously that's not something Arteta's going to guarantee him.
Why did I come on? Yeah. All I see, I typed in Fabrizio Gyökeres Arsenal. Yeah, first thing I see, Monza remain optimistic for Pablo Marido deal. Hellas Verona have been trying to enter the race until it ends, but talks progressing between Monza and Arsenal. La ilaha illallah. And then the second thing that I see, Hussam Aouar is Arsenal's first target. No doubt.
Yo, how old is this shit, bro?
That was
to Saudi,
bro. That was 2020.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Do you remember Hussam Aouar, bro? Hussam Aouar and Julian Draxler. Do you remember Julian Draxler? Every transfer window, I was
linked.
Death, taxes, and Julian Draxler being linked to Arsenal. That was guaranteed, bro. That was guaranteed, bro.
Bro, do you remember? There are two players that I always think about when I'm like, Arsenal are linked with them. Actually, there are many, but two just come top of my mind for some reason. One is, do you remember Jan Mvia? Yeah, every summer we were linked with this guy, right? Like, Arsenal looking for him. Arsenal looking for him. And then, do you remember this guy who named Johan Gorkov? Used to play for Bordeaux.
No, I don't.
He used to play for Bordeaux or Lyon. I can't remember. Gorkov, we were linked with him.
By the way, big up Bordeaux. Sad news about them.
Oh, what?
They went into administration.
Oh damn!
Like sold everything, terminated all contracts for the players, everything.
Man,
it's officially gone. Like Bordeaux is gone, by the way. But yeah, bro, Mvia, bro, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
Yeah, there you go.
T
remembers we were linked with Gorkov for at least 2-3 transfers in a row. I remember, and they're like, it's closed. Higuain was another one. Higuain, we were linked with him for like 2 or 3 transfers.
I think. Higuain, bro.
Yeah,
I was tired of that guy. I was like, bro, just get out of my face now. I'm done. I don't want this guy to come. Leave him there, bro. And yeah, exactly, Cali.
Yeah.
Rabiot was linked so many times. Rabiot is linked somehow this transfer window.
Oh
I've
God,
seen
God
Rabiot
forbid,
links
God
now.
forbid,
I'm
bro.
like, bro, why am I gonna
By the
take
way, he was in
Rabiot, bro?
Leon. Sorry, not Bordeaux. My bad. Yeah, correct.
Leon,
NFC.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Well, like, why am I gonna take fucking Rabiot, bro? Fuck all that shit.
Yeah, that's mad.
But
That's mad.
all I'm saying is the Victor Gyökeres, bro.
Hmm.
I just think. By the way, I think I have it in my bookmarks. I don't even know why I didn't look at my bookmarks, but I have the thing in my bookmarks from Victor Gyökeres. The quote, and
So
I
I'm trying to
quote.
find a direct quote from Fabrizio, but I couldn't.
It's not a direct quote. Everybody's been putting it up, but
Yeah, then I'm sorry. I wouldn't like
no. But
because
hold
when
on. It's not. He didn't put it up on Twitter, but he said it on court offside because he
I
goes on
need to
court
see that
offside,
interview
and then
then.
yeah, okay. But basically, what he said in a
Mm.
nutshell is Arsenal is preparing to start talks with Sporting Lisbon for the player Victor Gyökeres. Arsenal wants to offer the amount of 55-60 million pounds, while the Portuguese club wants the value of the player's release clause, which is 85 million pounds. And apparently Chelsea are also interested in the player. That's basically
I don't
what
know.
he said.
I'll check the interview after this because I haven't seen it. Like
Yeah.
I've seen reports of Fabrizio saying this, but usually if he'll only tweet
Yeah,
something
he
when he's
he
certain there's something
retweeted it.
concrete going on.
He retweeted it. If you go on court offside, let me just get court offside.
Oh, okay. If he's retweeted, I can
Court
find it then.
offside. If we go on court offside, it should be on there.
No, but if he retweeted it, it'll show up anyways, Saad, in his thing. But wait, I can search here. Gyökeres. I hope I'm spelling it correct. I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah.
Arsenal prepare a so court offside said that Arsenal prepare open talks with Victor Gyökeres for around 55 to 60 million. But obviously the full story is in the briefing, bro.
Yeah.
And then obviously
Anyways, we'll see. We'll see. I
Yeah.
personally don't think.
But
we'll end up getting a striker more because if we get a striker, like think about it again from Arteta's point of view, he's gonna have Jesus, Kai Havertz, and let's say he gets Gyökeres, for example. Like I don't think he'll want to go with 3 strikers. Like I think it's easy to have Nketiah as the third striker because again, like he's from the academy and he'll be willing to play like second fiddle or third fiddle. I mean, he came out and said it himself in the documentary where like, oh, I have to prove I don't remember what the quote was, but he was clearly someone who was like willing to like compete for his spot. Like I don't think these guys would. And for anyone saying Jesus like Cali Gunnar, I hear you, like Jesus right wing, but as long as Saka's fit, we know Saka's starting 95% of the games on the right side. Like that's just how it is. So
no, but he could if he has more options, then he may put him on the right.
But he could have done that before and he didn't do it.
By the way, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I blame this guy as well. He's a fraud
because Arteta
Always
is
has
watching
pros
this
and
show right
takes.
now and saying Ash said, "Oh, I will not get a striker, so I actually want to get a striker to prove Ash right." Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, listen. The reality of the situation is, you need to stop being negative. You need to stop
I'm not
thinking
being
negatively.
negative. I'm
Stop
saying we'll
thinking
win the league next
negatively, bro.
season.
No,
How
but
am I
stop
being
being
negative?
negative.
I'm saying
No,
we'll win the league.
you're thinking negative. You're negative against the signing of a striker, bro. That's the reality of the situation.
No.
You sound like
I'm
Abdi,
being
bro.
realistic about
You sound
what's
like
actually
Abdi
going to
right now,
happen. Bro, this is the same thing you guys fall for every single summer. We're gonna get these guys. We're gonna get these guys, and we don't get all
bro,
the
when we've
positions
been
we
linked,
expect to get.
but when we've been linked by Fabrizio Romano, normally we go in for the
But
player
Saad,
and we
we're
get him.
linked every single season. You just read it yourself. Hussam Awar linked. We're gonna pay 60 million. It's linked. It's done.
No,
it did
in
happen.
the new with the new regime and the new way we're doing transfers now, when we're linked, we don't usually like when we're linked by Fabrizio Romano to a player, we don't usually steer away, bro. We get him unless something crazy happens and he stays at the club, like Sesko.
That's not something crazy. If you convince the player and you give him good enough wages and you pay the club what they want, you can get Sesko. Let's say, I don't know how much Leipzig were asking for. Let's assume they were asking for 50 million, for example, right? If we really wanted Sesko, and let's say Sesko wanted 150k a week, I don't know, I'm just coming up with random numbers off my head. If we offered Sesko that and we offered Leipzig what they want, I guarantee we would get Sesko. I'm not mad at the club not getting Sesko. Don't get me wrong. I think what we offered, I don't remember what the price was that we offered. I think 40, if I'm not wrong. What we offered at the time, I was happy with it. And if he said no and he wants to stay, then fair enough. That's completely on him. That's Ivan Toney's coming to Arsenal. I've been tipped off by the horse himself. He told me to go to the bookies and put up money on it. Yeah, there you go. Trust Ivan Toney if he tells you to bet on him.
And asked for half the winnings, bro. He asked for half the winnings.
Exactly. But he's like, no, I'm betting on myself. I'm betting on myself. I'm not betting on anything else.
Listen. I hope we do get a striker. And I hope we bring in a striker. But
me too.
Also, we need to get the midfield sorted. Neil says they already said they ain't buying a striker in long-term plans. They're teasing us. We will sort the midfield out probably this summer. Ben says it's not money with Sesko.
Yeah,
he wants a development club. Yeah, chill out, bro. Chill out. It's not money with Sesko. He wants a development club, which Leipzig are. That's the truth. That's actually true with Sesko. Sesko did not want. It's not about money.
Potentially,
Sesko was about, and the main reason why he stayed at Leipzig and chose to stay at Leipzig is because he wanted to develop as a player before he moves to another club, before he moves to a bigger club, and actually has to deal with all that
Saad.
pressure.
He might say that because he's not going to come out and say, I stayed at Leipzig because I didn't like the options out there. He's not going to say that. Look, maybe that's true. I'm not someone here. I'm not the oracle. I don't know if that's true or not. But I'm telling you, like, I think, this is just my opinion. I think Sesko was not given a guarantee that he's going to be starting for us, which is never going to be given to someone who's 20 years old when we have such an amazing attack, right?
But why would you say, but that's where you shot yourself in the foot.
How so?
Why would he stay at Leipzig where he's not even the starting striker?
He does start with Openda. What do you mean? How many games has he started last season?
Brother, he started maybe half, if not a quarter of the games, bro. Go look at it, bro.
Maybe now at Leipzig he's going to be a starter.
Openda was starting with the main guy, bro. He was the main guy, Openda.
Yeah. So I'm saying they can play with two strikers. Haven't they always done that, Leipzig? Haven't they always played with 4-4-2? Back then they were doing Poulsen and Timo Werner. Has that changed now? I don't know.
No, but they were playing with what's his name as well. They were playing solo striker as well because he came off the bench at times as well because they were playing in solo striker as well.
I'm trying to see how many games he played last season. But
you can check out transfer market.
Yeah. I'm on there, but I'm on there.
Yeah. But anyway, listen. Big ups to everybody that is tuned in, man. Big ups to everybody that is watching. That is one long hour just on the Arsenal section. Now we have to get to the rest of the. Now we have to get to the rest of the transfers, yeah. Because this is what happens, man. When you start mentioning strikers, and all of a sudden, the other man who is on here doing a show with me, my co-host, for this show, decides to be negative about transfers and doesn't want.
I'm not being negative. I'm being realistic.
That's fine, bro.
You know what? Sorry. Can I just say one thing before you move to the next thing, guys? I think this Mbappe thing to Madrid, I don't think it's true. I think Arsenal are actually going to do a late hijack. They're going to get him in. The number 9 jersey is not guaranteed. I genuinely believe we'll be able to lure Kevin De Bruyne. I know he said the Saudi thing, but I think that's a smoke screen to join Arsenal. I already said we're going to win the league, but I don't think that was enough. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I think we're going to win the treble for the next 3 seasons. No, we're not going to win a treble for just one season. I think the next 3 seasons, we're winning treble. And I think it'll be we'll have one bad season where we only win the domestic double, the league and the FA Cup, which will be a very bad season compared to our standards. But then we'll get back to winning the treble again. Come on, you Gooners, let's go. Cuckoo Land, not Delulu.
You know what? The funny thing is, we're laughing right now. There's actually people who think like that.
That's mad.
We're laughing like that. But there's actually people out here who think like that. Yeah, there's actually.
But the problem is, these are the same people then, where if we end up winning the league, they'll get pissed off that we didn't win the Champions League, for example. Let's say we get knocked out in the round of 16 to, I don't know, a Dortmund. they will still say season is a failure. We won the Premier League, but look who we got knocked out to in the Champions League. Like, this is the same thing where a lot of people will be like, the last 2 seasons were absolute failures. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Compared to where we were 5 years ago, I never thought I'll see Arsenal competing for the league at this point. I thought it'll take a long time given where we were. So we have to also understand like what the club is doing and appreciate the things that are happening right now.
No, 100%.
But I do agree that people should expect something at the end of it, but not something crazy high.
100%. I agree on that. Of course. Moving on to other topics. I want to leave Mazraoui to the end. Yeah, I'm going to leave Mazraoui to the end. We'll speak about Man United after, because I want to tackle a different topic. I want to speak about, and in Mo's words, the yo-yos and Zozos and Momos and all of these other guys that are going to Chelsea Football Club. Let's speak about Chelsea Football Club. Let's speak about how I don't know if they've addressed any of the positions yet that they need to address, and we're T-minus 2 weeks and a bit away from the start of the season. What's your thoughts on Chelsea?
Can I just say one thing, Saad? I'll just end this with this. Sesko played 31 out of 34 Bundesliga games last season, scoring 14 goals and having 2 assists. I'm trying to get that, but that's not showing up for me.
Exactly.
So I'll find that.
Go and ask Martin. He's got it on speed dial, bro. He's got the link on speed dial, because I had this fight with Martin many times. And brother was telling me this and that and this and that. Yeah. So don't worry.
Basically, I cannot go through it because I can't find it. I'll just tell you this. These are his last 10 games with Leipzig. 90 minutes last game. The game before that, 45 minutes. The game before that, 59, 69, 78, 75, 82, then 23. So he probably came off the bench. 86, 90, 74, 14. So probably came off the bench. 84, 64, 90, 24, so again, probably off the bench. 90, 71, 90, 90, 73, 66. It seems like I was right about Sesko being a starter for Leipzig.
No, you weren't.
Okay, fair enough.
I can tell you the games that he started. He started 15 games.
Okay, but the 15 games are all towards the end, which means he is a guaranteed starter for next season.
Brother, where was he at the start?
What do you mean, where is... Yeah, maybe at the start he didn't prove himself yet, but maybe when he scored, because I can see he scored a bunch of goals in the first half of the season. Maybe when he scored a bunch of goals in the first half of the season, he secured starting spots, because I'm looking at the last 15 to 20 games, he started majority of them. Not like off the bench.
Anyway, listen, forget about your bullshit. Yeah. We don't need to know. Okay? Yeah, we don't need to know.
Bro, please take off this comment of the thing, because this name is mad.
The name is crazy. The name is crazy, bro. But anyway, what's your thoughts on Momo and Zozo and Soso and Lolo and Yo-Yo? What's your thoughts on Chelsea? And by the way, look at this. Look at LFC for the double just trolling these, man. Look at him just trolling these, man, bro. He learned from Hussam, so I'm not surprised.
Can I ask you a question, Saad? Do you think some of the Chelsea fans actually believe that what that comment was? Do you think there are some Chelsea fans out there who probably believe we can challenge for the title?
Yes.
Oh my God! If that's
Don
the case,
Don believes it. Don believes it.
Oh my God, bro!
I've heard Don. You know Don, yeah. You know Don.
Yeah, I've seen him in some of the videos. I've seen him in the Football Terrace. I think.
LFC for the double. Shut the fuck up, bro. With all due respect, shut the fuck up. You're trolling, bro.
Trolling? I'm serious, bro.
Man said I'm serious. Bro, shut the fuck up, bro, please. This man said, I'm serious. You're not serious. Wallahi, this guy's trying to sell them dream, bro. Anyway,
yes.
The thing is, Don, he said, and I quote, if we can keep all of our players fit, we can challenge for the league.
Oh my God. But challenge for the league, like what? Do you mean like till Jan, till Feb, till December? Because if you mean challenge for the league till November, then maybe, yeah, of course, you can. Tottenham did. But if you mean challenge for the league till March or April, then I'm sorry, you're smoking some of that, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what he was smoking, but there are Chelsea fans who believe this. There are Chelsea fans who believe that they can get top four, and they should get top four with ease. And that's just not the case. It just isn't the case right now. But anyway, what's your thoughts on their transfer window, the whole situation over there?
Look, honestly, as much as I want to criticize them and I want to say like, yeah, this is just look at it. I mean, I do laugh at their fans, obviously, if that's what they think that's going to happen next season. And I just saw like LFC's comment, and I remembered like their first game of the season is against Man City, so it's not even like they're starting an easy game. So
If
it
they
could be a
beat them though,
massive reality check,
if they beat
bro.
them though,
Even if they beat them, it'll do nothing. It'll do nothing.
no,
Honestly, it'll do nothing
I'll be like, thank you,
for us. Yeah, yeah, for us, yeah,
thank
for us for
you.
sure. Um, but I do think that some of the signings they're making, I don't see anything wrong with them getting youngsters. Don't get me wrong, but I think they're at a situation where they need some experience. Now, for those who will say that, yeah, but this should be a long-term project, like what Arsenal did. We don't want to do anything now. We want to make sure in 3 or 4 years we're building a team that does sustainable challenge every season, that has sustainable success, or at least sustainable progression. I hear all that, but I do think you need to have some sort of experience that's mixed up with the current young team that you have for you to be able to get to that goal eventually. Because yeah, you could give Maresca 3 4 years, which we know Chelsea will not do. The Chelsea fans and the Chelsea board have proven time and time again that they're not patient enough to give their team 3 or 4 years to eventually get there. Right? As long as the team is slowly progressing. Pochettino last season progressed Chelsea because they went from 12th to 6th. Right now, yeah, people will say, but majority of the season we were 11th. It doesn't matter, but you still reach 6th, and you reached the League Cup final and an FA Cup semi-final, and they lost like 1-0 to Man City, for God's sake, the treble champions from the season before. Um, so I think he's done a very good job with them. I think it was stupid to sack him. Now with Maresca, if let's say they do have that patience and they give him 3 or 4 years, I think having some of these youngsters will help, especially if they play together right now, they grow together, like how we had with Saka and
Yeah,
Martinelli and Odegaard and all these guys. The problem is that I don't see enough experience in their team, and I think some of the players who do have some experience, in my opinion, are just not good enough. Like I look at Enzo,
yeah.
for example. I don't think Enzo is that good of a player. And he's not even that experienced, to be honest. He's what, 22, 23 years old? That isn't that much experience, but if you want to compare him to the others, and he's played at the international level, he's won the World Cup, he's won the Copa. Okay, fair enough. He has that kind of experience, but in my opinion, he's an above average midfielder. I look at some of the players they've got. People say, "Oh, Tosin Adebayo has experience. He's played for, I think, Fulham, right, where he came from." But that's not the kind of experience I'm referring to. Like, just because you're 26-year-old and you've played like 100, 150 games in the Premier League, I'm talking about experience playing at the
At the
most
top
difficult
level,
kind of competitions at the top level, having played in the Champions League challenge, even though they're not in the Champions League, but bringing that kind of experience to this team elevates the team tremendously, especially when you're going through a period of difficulty. Because they are going to have that phase where they lose like 2 or 3 games in a row, or they lose like 3 out of 5 games in a certain period, and that those experienced players actually help pick you up in those moments. So
mm.
I looked at all their transfers. Dewsbury Hall, sorry, I mean, very very average. I've at least see them in Leicester. I don't know why people are hyping him like he's the next Lampard or Gerrard. Like he's an above average at best. Again, like at what he's been doing at Leicester. Omari Kellerman, I don't even know who that is. Renato Vega, I don't know who that is. Defensive midfield. Caleb Wiley from Atlanta MLS. Like that's insane. 19-year-old left back. When they had Ian Matson, who was a Champions League finalist with Dortmund, so who they sold to Aston Villa for God knows whatever reason.
Makes no sense.
Uh, Makes no sense. Honestly, it makes no sense. And they were complaining about their left back positions last season. Oh, Ben Chilwell is not good enough.
Mm.
Kukurea is not good enough. Why is Colwell playing as a left back? Pochettino is such a shit manager. When, by the way, Maresca also played Colwell as a left back in the friendly against Wrexham. So who knows? Maybe Pochettino was on something. So I don't know. Mark Guyo from Barcelona, again, so underwhelming. 18 years old. I'm not sure, man. I don't think these signings
How do you say
are
his
that
name?
great. Mark Guyo, isn't it?
Because I used to say Gooey, bro. Is that not how you say his name,
Bro, it's definitely not Gooey. I don't know what his name is, but I'm
brother?
sure it's not Gooey.
Listen, Ash. There's too many. There's too
I
many,
need to
bro.
check
There's
this.
too many different names that are being said. Yeah, so I don't know, bro. I
I
don't
need
know.
to I need to check on this. Okay, yeah, there. There it is. Let's pronounce it already, man. Guiu.
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 Mark Guiu. Okay, so it's not
Yeah.
Gooey.
Mark
So it's not
Guiu.
Gooey guy. It's not
Yeah, it's
Gooey,
not Guiu. Yeah,
guys. It's
yeah,
not
for sure.
Gooey. Confirmed.
Mark Guiu.
Confirmed. It's not Gooey.
Yeah.
Guiu.
Um.
Um. No, but
So yeah.
I fully. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just saying I like the young squad. I just don't think they should keep adding more youngsters to it. I think now it's the time to add some sort of experience and deal with the current team you have. If they really rate Caicedo, if they really rate Cole Palmer, and he's obviously a baller, if they really rate Nicholas Jackson and Nkunku and Wesley Fofana whenever the hell he's back from the dead, and all these guys they've got, then
Reece
just add the
James.
Oh yeah, and Reece James as well. Oh my god. Then just add some experience and you should be fine. But the fact that they're going with a lot of these
What
youngsters
se-
is insane. And
What
by the
type
way,
of
I
season?
think
What type of season do you think Reece James is gonna have this season?
I don't know. I think he'll play 10 games max of it. Look, even if he does play a whole season, I
I
think
think
he's not going to
three.
be the same.
I think
Potentially, there's a chance that actually happens. Honestly, if he
Fucking hell.
if he plays less than 20 games a season, I'm never gonna discuss him again. And like, oh, when fit, he's one of the best. That I think that's bullshit. Because
Apparently, he's had an operation. It's the first time in his career that he's had
let's,
an operation. I don't
let's
know.
see.
That's what the Chelsea fans have told me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, definitely something to look at. But I can't lie, man. It's a mess over there, man. It's a mess, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. Now, first game of the preseason, and already Colwell's getting into scraps with the freaking Wrexham players, bro. I'm like, bro, what
McLean.
is
I was
going
happy
on?
though. I was happy he did that.
What is going on?
Because McLean spoke shit about Declan Rice in the
No, but
Euros.
McLean is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
McLean is a piece of shit. And McLean doesn't know what he's talking about. McLean barely ever played at the top level, bro. Never. And even when he was playing for Ireland, bro, what the fuck did he do?
Yeah.
Fuck all, mate. Fuck all. And Wigan. What the fuck did he do? Do you know what I mean? So it's all good, man. McLean can chat shit like that. I didn't even give it any time of day, bro. Because McLean never played at the top level. He doesn't know what it's like to play in a pressurized game where you're playing for trophies and you're really trying to go and win those trophies. He doesn't know that, bro. So why am I going to listen to a guy that's never experienced that, that's talking about a guy in that situation, bro? You're chatting shit. At least with Jamie Carragher or fucking Gary Neville chat shit, I can at least listen to it somewhat because they actually do something. They actually won trophies. They actually went and played at these hard moments, bro. They actually went and played in these pressurized games, bro. You're some schmuck talking, and they gave you a freaking mic. They found you because you were like the last resort. You were number 20 on the list, the final resort, and they were like, Mike McLean, oh, come. What's his name? Mark McLean? What's his name?
James McLean.
James McLean, come. We need you. You're only
It was an
covering
Irish
up.
show as well, I think. No?
Huh?
I think it was an Irish show as well that he was on. It wasn't like, wasn't it like the one in the Euros? I think wasn't it an Irish TV or I could
Was
be
it
wrong.
an Irish TV? I thought it was.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I thought it was main thing. Either way, bro, this guy's a schmuck, bro. If you think I'm taking anything he says seriously, he's a schmuck. But anyway, like going back to what I was saying, it's a mess, bro. They're getting into fights already, chatting shit. Maresca, as soon as he saw that fight, bro, he just went back, picked up his bottle. He was like, bro, this is what
I should have stayed with Leicester.
I should have stayed with Leicester. I'd have been cool, bro. I was just drinking his bottle. But the reality of the situation is they're getting way too many young players still. And I hear your shout for, you know, they're gonna grow together and they're gonna grow and become better players together. And I think they've got some good players there. Yeah, I think Caicedo is a very good player. I think Malu Gusto is a very good player, very good right back.
Sure.
I think Cole Palmer is very good. I think Madueke has got something in him as well. I think he's got some very good. Now I think he's good at getting past the man.
He's a good dribbler. That's it.
Yeah, I think he's good. I think he's good at putting pressure on the right back and creating problems. He's good at creating problems so other players that are more dangerous than him, more clinical than him, can get into more dangerous positions. He's good at pulling players away. That's what I mean when I say I think he's got potential. I also like the look of Cucurella. I think he had a very good Euros. And
amazing
listen, I think he could be he could be turning a new leaf, bro, and possibly growing into his position now.
To be honest, he was never bad. Like at Brighton, he was amazing. A lot of teams wanted him.
No,
City,
but at Chelsea he was dog shit, bro. Please,
yeah, but at Chelsea,
let's
please tell me
not
outside Cole
bullshit, bro.
Palmer, who was good? Who was good at Chelsea outside Cole Palmer? Everyone was crap. Thiago Silva, one of the most legendary centre backs we've seen, was maybe you could say because he was too old and he's coming to the end of his career, but he was crap as well. Enzo, who they hyped up too much, was crap. Nicholas Jackson, people would be like, he scored 14 goals, 15 goals. Yeah, let's
I
not
still don't
pretend
see.
like
I
he
still
didn't miss
don't
all those
see.
chances.
I still don't see what they see in Enzo Fernandez. And this is,
I don't get it.
forget about anything that's happened, not the racist chants, nothing
of
like that. I still don't see what Chelsea fans have been telling me and trying to drill into my head about Enzo Fernandez. I still don't understand
Doesn't
it.
have the physicality, doesn't have the stamina, no PNP whatsoever. Like sometimes jogs on the pitch, he loses the ball sometimes in a stupid way. I don't know, man. I think for Argentina it's different, maybe like because of the environment he's in and the players around him. But and maybe in a more successful and better Chelsea team, he might shine a bit more. But when you cost that kind of money, okay, you know, forget the money because yeah, he could say like I'm not the one who chose the money. But when you're the young player of the tournament in the World Cup and you're coming to a team that's struggling, I'd expect you as a midfielder to be able to pick the team up, like create something, make sure at least you don't lose the ball that often. Like I don't know, I just don't see
What's the
what that
word when
X
you have
factor he
a
has.
what's the word when you have like a player who's just what the fuck is the word, man? A player who's just he's an extra player, bro. He's an
Luxury
extra
player.
luxury player. That's it.
Yeah, he's a luxury player.
Enzo
Yeah.
would be a brilliant luxury player if you have full control of the game and you have the ability to put him in a position where he's surrounded by brilliant talent. Enzo would be brilliant because he'd be able to thrive with that and he'd be able to do little things that can help.
Yeah.
But now in this team, nah. It doesn't. He can't control the game he wants to, like he wants to. He can't do this. He can't do that. He can't pass properly. Even when he does get the ball, he has one moment, bro. Or he has maybe one game where he's doing good. The
Honestly,
other games, it's dog shit.
Best Chelsea 11 does not include him, in my opinion. Like, if everyone is fit,
What's
and
your best 11? Give me your best Chelsea 11 right now.
Look, I know we haven't seen this guy play last year. I'm just gonna go based on what we have seen from him 2 years ago. But if he's the same player, I would start Lavia, Caicedo, and then obviously Nkunku, Cole Palmer, whoever the striker is, let's say Jackson in this case, and who else did they have for the left wing? Not Mudryk. I guess maybe Madueke on the right, Nkunku on the left, and then Cole Palmer in the 10 role, basically. Yeah, exactly, behind the striker. And then outside Caicedo and Lavia. Yeah. I mean, there's no other place to put him, right? Unless because the thing is, I think Sterling is also like past it. I don't. If
no,
Sterling is like
done.
the Sterling's
done.
Yeah, if this is the Sterling from 4-5 years ago, I would 100% say play Sterling on the left, then play Nkunku up front. Nkunku behind Jackson, and then Cole Palmer on the right. But Sterling is obviously gone, and Mudryk has not been that kind of guy. For me, their best team should not involve Enzo. Hell, Chelsea fans are going to get triggered if I say this. I think it's better to start Gallagher and Caicedo over Saad, because at least as much as Gallagher is so average on the ball, he will at least give you that work rate and that work ethic to at least try and win the ball back and give it to the guys who could do some damage. I don't even see Enzo doing that. And whatever Enzo can do creatively, I think Cole Palmer can do it 10 times better. So you don't even need Enzo from a creative standpoint in that regards. He's not even the most creative, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. And the thing is, yeah, when I look at Chelsea, yeah, and I look at their situation, I look at this whole thing where they're just trying to gas it up way too much, man. They're trying to gas it up like as if they've got some brilliant team, bro. The goalkeeper situation. There's a goalkeeper situation right now, which is obviously right now, Petrovic looks to be the best goalkeeping choice that they have. They have Petrovic, they have Sanchez, and they have a new guy coming, Jorgensen or something like that. Jorgensen.
I'm surprised they didn't go for Ramsdale.
I'm
That's
surprised. I'm
he's right
surprised they've
there.
gone in for this Jorgensen guy. When
Hmm.
I'm telling you this now, I've seen people. This Jorgensen is linked to them, and it looks like he's coming in for 21 million. By the way,
Mm. Okay. Damn.
I've seen Real Sociedad fans
Sheesh.
celebrating that he's leaving,
Bro, and
saying, "Oh
21
my
million
god,
is mad.
I can't believe they're going and buying him." And even
Yeah.
I saw a video. Sorry, I just want to say I saw a
No,
video
no,
on a
please go ahead.
Chelsea or a clip on a Chelsea channel that of a Real Sociedad fan saying, "I don't know how he gets all of this." He said, "I started to question my own football ability because I don't know how he gets all of this attraction from other clubs in Europe when he is dog shit." So
I don't know. I don't know much about him, but if they're paying 21 million for him, I don't get why they couldn't add like another 10 million to that and get Ramsdale. Because knowing Arsenal, they would sell Ramsdale for 30. I think we can sell Ramsdale for 40, right? Just because we can squeeze like the English hype and the English tax and a team of the season 2 years ago and all that stuff. But knowing Arsenal, like
mm,
if they get 30 million, they'll probably sell him. So I
yeah,
don't get why not add that 9, 10 million more and just get Ramsdale, who's in my opinion, a better goalkeeper than any of the goalkeepers they have. Petrovic wasn't bad last season, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything special to be
so I'm
honest. So
saying
yeah,
Ramsdale was better than any of the goalkeepers they've
any
got.
of their goalkeepers,
Any,
100%, 100%. And
any.
Ramsdale would happily move because he wants to play week in, week out, and he knows if he moves to Chelsea, he starts every single
He
week.
starts
So
every game, every game.
yeah,
By the way,
yeah.
Ben Guna, um, just to clarify, this is for me regression. For me personally, this
Oh,
is regression.
100%.
This is regression because yes, we won the Carabao Cup, but brother,
Which I don't
we're
even rate.
finishing third in the league. It's regression, bro. We have to
100%.
maintain where we are and add a trophy for me to even question if it's maybe progression. And that also depends on the signings. Because the
Yeah.
signings that we're getting, if we get Mikel Merino and Fabian Ruiz, we have to start asking questions about the league. We have to start asking questions. Why can we not win the league with this midfield? We have this much talent now. So
Yeah.
it's definitely one of those ones. But yeah, for me that's regression. I don't know if you want to answer, Ash.
Yeah, no, I agree. For me, look, I'm going to judge progression on just the league and the Champions League.
Yeah,
If I want us to win the FA Cup, but honestly, we've been there, we've done that, we've won the FA Cup in the last 10 years, we've won it like 4 or 5 times, and it did nothing for us in the rest of the season. And the next season was miserable. So I'm done with this FA Cup thing. If we win the FA Cup, I'm happy, I'll celebrate it. If we
yeah,
win the League Cup, I'll celebrate it, but I don't care about it. I don't rate the League Cup, to be honest. But my barometer for success
facts.
would be how do we progress in the Premier League and the Champions League. If let's say we finish third in the Premier League but win the Champions League, I'll say okay, fair enough, not a great season in the Premier League, but we'll overlook it. We won the damn Champions League. If we win the Premier League and get knocked out in the group stage on the round of 16 in the Champions League, I'll overlook the Champions League. That's fine, because I'll still say that okay,
Mm,
progression is we won one of the two major trophies. The only way where we don't win any trophy again next season, and I'll still say we progressed, is a crazy scenario where, I don't know, Arsenal end on like 93 points in the league, but lose it by 1 point to City. We reach the semi-finals and lose on penalties to Real Madrid. I'll be annoyed, I'll be upset, I'll be angry that we haven't won anything, but I'll still be at least able to when I'm calm, I'll be able to think that, you know what, compared to the previous season, though, if we're being honest, it's still progression. Am I happy about it? No, because I want us to win the Premier League. And I'm saying it right now, I think we will win the Premier League. So if we don't end up winning the Premier League, I would be disappointed. But at least that would be progression. If we win, bro, you know what? I'll actually raise his own example. Even if we win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, both, but we finish third in the league and get out in the quarterfinals, that's not progression at all for me. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, we won a cup, big deal. And maybe you can use that to shut rival fans up who keep saying, like, what did you win? What did you win? But it does nothing. Like, I think the major trophies is where we should judge our progression and our success.
yeah. I agree, man. I agree. I think it's all about the majors. It's all about the majors, and we need to
Correct.
make sure that we're going in for these majors and working hard, bro. Yeah, we have to be working hard to get these um getting these major trophies, bro. Because at the end of the day, we all sat there when Arsene Wenger was in charge. We all sat there and we still weren't happy, even though we were winning the
FA
FA
Cup.
Cups. Even
Yeah.
though we were winning the FA
Back
Cup,
to back.
we still weren't happy. We were like, bro, what's this? Why are we only winning FA Cups? Because we know that we're supposed to be in the top four. We're supposed to be challenging for the league. And even then, we were in top four. But we know we were supposed to be challenging. By the way, this is winning FA Cups and consistently in the top four. Third, maybe fourth, maybe second in times. And we're still unhappy because we want to win the league, bro. So now we can't sit here and say, but you know, we won the FA Cup or we won the League Cup, and oh yeah, we can really now move on and do this madness and that madness. No, if we drop points and end up being third or fourth, it's regression, because it gets away from the actual aim, which is to win the big trophies, in my opinion.
Bro, and we all remember this. We won 3 out of 4 FA Cups from 2014 to 2017. We won 2014, we won 2015 back to back. We lost it in 2016 to Watford, and then we won 2017 against the champions Chelsea of the Premier League that season, right? And yet the year after, Arsene Wenger got sacked, and rightly so, because we finished outside the top 4 for the second consecutive season, and we all were like, yo, this is getting bad. And the people who were saying Wenger out were getting louder and louder and louder, and more people were saying Wenger out now. People who were staunch Wenger in supporters were converting to being Wenger out fans because of how bad it is, even though we won 3 FA Cups in 4 years, right? So we cannot, if we're trying to say that we need to improve on that standard, I don't want us to go back to that kind of thing. I was happy with winning the FA Cup, but it was not where we should have been. And right now, after finishing second 2 consecutive seasons and challenging probably the best Premier League dynasty of all time, there's no reason why we should regress on that. And our team is not
100%.
even old. It's not like we have a bunch of 30-year-olds
Exactly.
who are reaching their peak. Our players are young.
Exactly.
By the way, here's the thing. Even if we make no signings from here till the end of the transfer window, except for Calafiori, who's like already in, I should still expect our team to do better than last season, just because the young players are getting better year on year. I should expect Odegaard to go 1 level higher. I should expect Saka, who's 22, to go 1 level higher. I should expect Martinelli to go 2 or 3 levels higher from what he did last season. I should expect Kai Havertz, who's 24 or 25, to go a level higher. Jesus, who was horrendous last season, to go a level higher. Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, all these guys are young. So there's no reason why, even if we don't make a single transfer from here till the end of the transfer window, why we should still not improve over what we did last season.
Yeah, no, 100%. Big up to Waleed, who says, Saad, bro, respect from Morocco. Big up to you, big up to you, khoya. Hopefully everything's good. Hopefully everything's good in Maghreb, bro. Of course, thank you very much for the comments, bro. Big up. I think Arteta has the most pressure this season. The most pressure this season, and if he doesn't get a major trophy this season, they will start looking at him more than the team. Listen, probably, I agree, and I think the fan base is gonna start looking at him more. If he doesn't win a major next season, bro, people are gonna start looking at him. They're gonna be like, bro, what is going on? Because let's face it, as Arsenal fans, we've been sitting here and we've given them time, we've been patient, we have waited, but there's only so much you can wait. There's only so long that we can sit here and say, okay, it's progression. Okay, it's progression. Eventually, you've progressed enough. You have to reach the end, bro. You can't be sitting there and that's the door at the end. And I'm like, oh, but I touched the doorknob. Oh, but I turned the doorknob, but I didn't actually open the door and go in and collect the prize. Oh, I'm in the room now, but I ain't touched the prize yet. Like, bro, you need to go and just get it, bro. Win. That's all we're asking for, bro. Not the dog. It's funny.
And this is why, honestly, and this is why, for me, I remember we discussed this, and I said that I'm not looking for us to just win a Premier League or Champions League. I'm looking for sustainable success. Exactly, I want what City have right now. I want what Fergie had with United, where I don't want us to win the league, or you know what? Forget that. I don't want us to win a treble and then go 10 years winning, not only not winning nothing, but not even challenging. right? That's pointless for me. I'd rather have sustainable success. So if we end up winning the league, keep building on that, build on that, build on that. And
Do you
that's
know what
where
the
I feel.
perfect? You know what the perfect example is this? I don't want to be Liverpool. As bad. Listen, Liverpool fans.
Yeah, that's fair.
Respect to
That's
you.
fair.
Respect to you.
Yeah,
I respect Liverpool because they won Champions League and they won the Premier League. Yeah, and the Premier League they won it in a mad way, bro.
yeah.
Like, it was
Second
done
best
by
team in the last
December, bro.
10 years
It
or
was
5 years.
done in December. Yeah, and Liverpool are great. Yeah, but I don't want to be Liverpool. I don't want to walk out from.
I want to be United or
from
City.
I don't want to walk out from this whole thing with one Premier League and one Champions League, and then khalas, I'm done. That's all I've done. Maybe a few cups. Yeah, that's not what I'm trying to do, bro. I'm trying to go in and I'm trying to win Premier League, and I want to retain the Premier League and keep it for next season, and maybe if I could do a 3P. Take us back
This
to
is
those
why
days, bro.
I'll ask you this, Saad, and I remember I asked people this question before, but I'll ask you. I don't know if I've asked you this before. If you had two options right now, let's say I'm a genie and I came and I gave you two options, and I was like, option one, you win the treble next season, but guaranteed for the 10 years after that, you don't win anything. In fact, you don't even challenge for anything at all, right? Or
You already
for
know
the
my
next
answer.
10 years, or for the next 10 years, there's no guarantee you'll win anything at all, but there's guarantee you will compete every single season. You will challenge every single season. Maybe you'll win, maybe you don't. There's no guarantee. Which one would you pick?
Wait, sorry. What? Sorry. Hold on. What was the second question?
The second one is, so the first one is you win the treble, but the second one is there's no guarantee for the next 10 seasons. Every season you challenge. Every season, you're challenging for all trophies. You're always challenging like how we did last season. But there's no guarantee you win. You might win, you might not win. There's no guarantee. Or option, but you're definitely challenging every single season. Like United, for example. Or option one, you win the treble next season, but for the next 10 years, 100%, you're not even challenging.
No,
I'm
taking the second option. But
exactly.
that's because there's chances for us to win.
Exactly.
Me and Ash think exactly the same on this, and that's the thing. You have to take the exact one, bro. Do you know what I mean? You have to take the one where you have the chance, because if you go and get a treble, but you only get that treble and then you go the next 10 years without winning everything, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy, bro.
And let me say this, Walid. My Maghrebi brother, I respect what you're saying, but think this through, right? You're saying, first of all, in the second scenario, we said you could win, right? And to be honest, if you're challenging every single season, like how United were, right? Or like how City are, you will eventually win stuff. That's for sure. The reason why I don't think you're thinking this through is because you're saying, oh, history will remember it. Brother, think about how you are going to feel for the next 10 years. Do you remember those 9 years we won no trophies and were not even challenging? Do you remember those miserable years in Wenger's last 4-5 years where even when we were winning FA Cups, we were so upset for majority of the season? Like 50% of the season, I would say, like I was so upset watching Arsenal. Like my weekend was ruined for 50% of that season because I was watching Arsenal, right? Last season, even though we didn't win shit, and I'm not saying I want us to do that every single year, but last season, even though we didn't win shit, for 90 or 95% of the season, I was enjoying watching our team, right? Obviously, because there was also the promise of us winning something in the end, which in the end we didn't, and that was disappointing. But for 90 to 95% of that season, every weekend I was enjoying watching Arsenal. When I remember this from like 2017, 2018, Wenger's last year, bro, I promise you it was such a miserable period. It was insane. So when you're saying that, oh, you will take the treble, yeah, you'll take the treble and you'll be ecstatic for that one season and you will celebrate and you'll never forget it. But for the next 10 years, you're going to be miserable watching Arsenal not doing this, which is why I support the club, what the club is doing by trying to build a sustainable model, right? But as Saad says, we have to start winning at some point. Otherwise, the sustainable model will be pointless. And this time to win right now is coming up, hopefully this coming season, where I do believe we'll win the league title, right? Unless like something crazy happens where we have half our team injured for 4-5 months. But let's be honest, that doesn't happen to other teams. So why should it happen to us? So I would definitely take the sustainable model. So if we win the league next season, I don't think we should ever like be like, oh yeah, that's enough. Next season, if we end up finishing fifth, it's okay. It's not okay. We need to make sure we're continuing to build on this. And Saad said it best. No offense to the Liverpool fans, but yeah, as incredible as their team has been when they won the league with 99 points in the Champions League, incredible, 100%. But I don't want us to be in a Liverpool situation. I don't want to win the league and Champions League and then have some miserable years where you only win like a League Cup here and there and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, 100%. And guys, for you guys that are questioning in the chat, bro, you're saying it's about winning trophies, yeah? You're saying it's about winning trophies, yeah? And we agree. Football is about winning the trophies. But if I offer you a treble right now, and for the next 10 years you don't win anything, are you really taking that? Guaranteed.
10 years of being miserable.
10 years, you're guaranteed you're not even in the top 4, bro. You're not even in the top 4. You're not challenging in those 10 years. You're literally just gonna win, and that's it. You're gonna go back to not winning anything for 10 years. Bro, it's embarrassing, bro. It's crazy. But at least with the other option, you have the opportunity that you're gonna win.
Here's an example. Actually, I don't even know why I said all this when there's a real life example. Man United, up until 2013, they were kings of the world, or at least kings of England. Their fans were the happiest fan base in England. Do you think any of their fans right now are saying, man, you know what? It sucks what we're going through right now, but who cares? You guys remember the good old days and they're happy? They're moaning and whining and crying and complaining every single season. I see the watch-alongs for some of the United fans where their faces are always like this or like this. And some of them are even coming on saying that, man, they're desensitized to all this crap. They don't enjoy watching football anymore. United always ruins their weekends. United are the most successful team in England, or at least, okay, I think Liverpool is the most successful, but they are the biggest club in England. And in terms of success, from the time the Premier League started, no team can even touch them, bro. Not even City, with all their dominance, don't even have half the titles that United have, right? Or at least I think now they have half the titles that United have. And even then, you don't see United fans sitting and like, who cares about the current situation? You can see how miserable they are. I don't want to go through that misery of 10 years, which is why I said, if we have the option of, we're going to challenge for the next 10 years without the guarantee of success, versus 10 years of misery, I would rather take the second option because I know eventually we will win things. No team challenges for 10 years without winning. That's just common sense. I can't think of a single team, unless you're Napoli. And even Napoli didn't challenge for 10 years. Because you guys remember Napoli, right? When they challenged for the Serie A for like 3-4 years in a row. I think there was a time when they finished with more than 90 points and still lost the league to Juventus, right? And eventually their team died off. But to be fair, at some point they did end up winning it. Like they won it 2 seasons ago, but obviously that was a different team. So maybe that doesn't count. But if you're challenging for like 10 years or so, you are 100% going to be winning the league at some point.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, the more of the story is we need sustained success at the club. And we need to have trophies consistently. Majors consistently. So I want to build a Manchester City. I want to build like a Man United project.
Dynasty.
A Liverpool from the 80s as well. You know what I mean? Arsenal from the 30s. We need to look at these kinds of clubs, these kinds of models, bro, where they were consistently going for the trophies. They were winning a Premier League and then retaining the Premier League and doing a 3-peat and then obviously nobody's done a 4-peat, but they still had they had one year off. Because nobody done a 4-peat, they have 1 year off.
What do you mean? City did a 4-peat right now.
Yes, I know City done it now, but before them, nobody else done it.
Yeah, no one.
But those teams like even the Liverpool from the 80s, bro. That Liverpool from the 80s done 3-peats and stuff, and then they took breaks, and then they done 3-peats again, bro.
Correct.
So
it wasn't. It's like United. Bro, United did a treble, didn't win the league for a year or two, and then went and won again. Like it's just like it's exactly like that. United, even though they didn't win the league 4-5 years in a row, but remember their let's say from 2007 onwards, they won the league in 2007, 8 and 9. They did a 3-peat, their second 3-peat with Fergie. They didn't win the league in 2010 when Chelsea won it with Ancelotti. They won it back in 2011. Lost it in 2012, won it back in 2013. So you knew, and by the way, when they lost the league, I think in 2010, correct me if I'm wrong, the chat, I think they lost it by 1 point to Chelsea or something like that. And in 2012, they lost it by goal difference to Man City. So even when they weren't winning the league, they were challenging. And that's my point. Like when we do end up winning, because it's going to happen at some point, I don't want it to be like, oh my god, amazing, and we relax. It needs to be sustainable success, which means you need to keep building on it, building on it, building on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No, 100%, 100%. R9, wallahi, listen, bro, because you're going
He's
crazy.
gone on a different tangent. Like he's
You're
actually
you're going on a
all
whole
he's
different
hearing is
tangent.
we don't want trophies. We just
That's
want
not what
football.
we're
Like he's not.
saying,
Yeah,
bro. It's
yeah.
not what we're
He's
saying,
missing the
bro. It's
point,
not.
bro.
It's not that I don't want trophies, bro. I do want trophies, of course, but you're taking one guarantee of trophies
Yeah.
for 1 year, and then for the rest of the 10 years, the next 10 years, you're not going to win anything. You're not even going to challenge. So you'd rather take winning for 1 year and then 10 years without no winning, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Come on. It's just simple. Anyway, last one that we need to speak about quickly before we end off, bro, because this has gone mad long, bro.
Yeah, it has. It has. But it's been a good chat, though.
Yeah, it has. Um, quick one, Mazraoui to
Mazraoui.
Manchester United. What are your thoughts on that? Apparently, Aaron Wan-Bissaka could be going the other way, according to things. And also, Man United, there was actually something that came out. Apparently, they could be looking at a swap deal as well. There could be a swap deal with Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Denzel Dumfries. Which, if they do that,
Inter Milan.
I'm sorry, but bro, that's a clanger. Denzel Dumfries is by far one of the worst right backs I've ever seen, man. It's my personal opinion.
Is he?
I think he's dog shit. I think he's actually dog shit going forward. One of the worst, bro. One of the worst going forward, bro. And even his defending is suspect at times. But what's your thoughts on the whole Mazraoui and Dumfries to United?
Yeah, look, Dumfries. I don't know. I don't share the same opinion on Dumfries with you. Like, I don't think he's great, to be honest, but I don't think he's that bad. I think he's okay. Mazraoui, I mean, I thought it was done to West Ham, so I was a bit surprised to read today that was off. For whatever reason, I don't know if it was maybe the money or something like that. But yeah, I mean, obviously United would be a better deal for him in terms of the size of the club and longevity. I know we want to like banter United and how bad they've been over the last few years, but the reality is there's still a better chance that United is challenging and competing over the next 5 years versus West Ham. Right, that's just the reality of things because they are a bigger club in the end, especially with the changes that are happening at the top with Omar Barada taking over, Ineos obviously, Dan Ashworth and all these things that they're doing, even with the manager staying the same. Look, it's a good move for him, and I think it's a good move for United. He can play right back, he can play left back. I'm not just saying it because he's Moroccan, because you know me, like I'm more than happy to criticize Moroccans like Amrabat and all, but I think he's a very good player. I mean, he was unfortunately very threatening against us. In
That
the Bayern
Amrabat
Munich.
shit was bullshit, by the way. But anyway,
Yeah, I'm not even gonna leave it.
Carry on, broski.
By the way, did United sign him officially?
No, I don't know if it's been done yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
That's what I was thinking. So yeah, like he's
so really, bro, just don't, bro, because you're gonna start it again, and then we end up having to get to it. Bro, so I don't want to get into it.
But yeah, I think he's the one. I don't remember if he's the one who assisted Kimmich's goal or not, but he definitely was threatening against us. And he plays on the right and the left, as I said. He's quick, can do really well going forward. Defensively, I don't know if I trust him that much. I still think defensively he's average, I would say, or maybe above average. I think average is a bit harsh. But he's definitely a good signing for them. And I think having that versatility, because I think a lot of clubs are moving towards that now, having a player who can do, especially the top clubs, having a player who can play like multiple positions, especially if you're a fullback. You see City do it with Gvardiol and Nathan Ake, who can play two positions, or even Akanji, who can play centre back or right back. Obviously, they had it with Cancelo, who could play right back and left back. And if United are trying to do something like that as well, it's fantastic because Dalot can play right back and left back, and now they have Mazraoui, who can also play both. At Arsenal, we have something similar with Tomiyasu and with Timber, and obviously Calafiori and some of these others. So it's a good move for sure. I don't know if they're going for a loan move or if they're trying to do a permanent move. I think if it's a loan move, it's a bit stupid. Just make it permanent. It's not like he's old or anything, so he's at a good age. He's 26, so he can definitely give them 4 or 5 good years depending on how he keeps his body. But yeah, it's definitely a good move for all parties, even for Bayern Munich, because I don't think Bayern Munich will or Bayern München before Saad criticizes the Munich. The thing is, I still think it'll probably hinge on what happens with Alphonso Davies, because he hasn't moved it. I thought he would have already joined Real Madrid by
Apparently,
now.
there's an agreement for him to join next season.
Yeah,
Next
so
summer as on a free.
then that's all the more reason why I would feel they'd want to keep Mazraoui. So I'm a bit surprised that they're looking to offload him when clearly Alphonso Davies is leaving. Whether it's this summer or next summer, he's definitely not staying beyond that. So
They might they might be bringing Theo Hernandez in. I've heard links for Bayern Munich. While we're on Bayern Munich, we might as well just quickly talk about their transfers. I've heard that they're bringing Theo Hernandez in.
I mean, that's
They're
a very
looking
good
to
move
bring
if
him
they
in.
do. He's better than it'll be a good replacement.
I think he's better than both of them.
Better than Alphonso Davies.
He's better than Alfonso Davis, 100%. Theo Hernandez, 100%, guaranteed. 1,000,000%, bro. He's better. There's no maybe, bro. It's not even the fact that you're thinking about it is weird.
Let's not pretend like he hasn't had clankers, bro. Like Theo Hernandez has had some mad stinkers. Even at the internet.
Theo Hernandez is at Milan. Is one of the best players at Milan. One of the best players. And for France, he's let's not sit here and look at this one competition here, the Euros, and then gather that over everything. Bro, because
what about the World Cup?
Even in the World Cup, who scored against England?
Who scored against England?
Sorry, who scored against?
He didn't score.
Who scored against Morocco?
Wasn't that the deflection from Mbappe? Come on, now you're reaching. Now you're reaching, bro.
Who scored?
Yeah, that was a deflection from Mbappe.
He had a good tournament. He had a good tournament overall. Was very good going forward.
I rate Theo Hernandez. I rate him, but I don't know if he's better than Davis though. I don't know.
Even this tournament in the Euros, he was very good defensively, bro.
He was. This
very
tournament,
good. Just going forward,
amazing,
it was a bit shaky. But
but then again, France were too defensive, so it didn't allow him to be as attacking.
Yeah, but anyway, listen.
What do you think of the Mazraoui move?
I think it's a good move. I really rate Mazraoui on that right side. I think he's a very technical player, very good on the ball, with the ball at his feet. I think he's good. I think stamina for days. He can run, bro. He's a proper. But the thing is, I don't know whether what they're gonna do, because Dallo is their starting right back.
But that's what I'm saying. They can play him on the left.
Are they gonna play Mazraoui on the left?
Yeah, I don't see why. The thing is, for some reason United seem to really like Luke Shaw, and prefer him that much, even though he's been with them for like 9 or 10 years now, and
I think he's dog shit.
I don't think he's dog shit. I mean, look, when he's playing, he's fit. He has these run of games where he does well. Yeah, no, not even moments. He has run of games where he does really well, but then he fades off immediately. So you've seen so much of that in the last 10 years or 9 years, however long it was. Shouldn't that be enough for you to say, man, the consistency is just not there?
It's over. It's done.
Yeah, it's over. It's
move on. The definition of purple patch player, bro.
He's extremely injury prone. He's extremely injury prone as well.
The other times I think they can do much better than in the position that Man United are in right now. They can do much better than Mr. Luke Shaw over there, bro.
Definitely,
100%, bro. I don't even know why. I don't even know why they're sitting there and carrying on with that, bro. It's just a situation that they need to get themselves out of. They really don't need to be doing that, bro. They really don't need to be sitting there and just going for Luke Shaw every time. Oh, but he's injured this time. And even Malacia, is it Malacia?
Malacia. Tyler Malacia.
Even Malacia is not even fit, bro. You know what I mean? Right now they're very shaky on him, bro.
And he's not good enough. Like when he's played, he was horrendous.
I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, listen, we're gonna end it off there because I think me and you both need to go, bro. We both need to go, man. So we're gonna end it off there. For anybody who does want to carry on listening to the speaking about Chelsea, this and that, what I am gonna do for you, I've got a deal.
How would you know want that? But
yeah.
okay.
Huh?
I said, why would anyone want that? But okay. I'm kidding. I'm
You
kidding.
don't, but I'm gonna force you into the situation. Guys, I'm gonna pass you over to Ziad. Go over to Ziad, type in Saad raid, just spam it in the chat. Go over there, smash the like button, subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. He's going to be talking about Chelsea. He's talking about Jorgensen at the moment and rethinking his life as a Chelsea fan. Looking back to the days when he was winning the Champions League, bro, and even looking back to the days when he won the Premier League, bro, in 2017, isn't it?
There you go. Someone who's won the Champions League 5 years ago did not do it in a sustainable manner. Look how miserable he is. Do you think
Yeah.
he's sitting every day smiling? Champions League. He's probably crying.
Anyway, listen, big up to everybody. I love you and leave you. I'm out. Laters, my people. Big up.